For our next featured tattoo artist, I went to Cubao to visit one of the humblest tattoo artists I've met so far. He made his name known in the industry by winning multiple placers in big events, and his passion for the art cannot go unnoticed. Let's find out how he started.
May idol kasi ako na banda dati nung high school pa lang ako. Meron siyang sleeve na gandang-ganda ako. And then, high school ako, wala akong trabaho, wala akong source ng money. So parang nag-isip ako kung paano ako magkakaroon ng tattoo. Eh may mga kaibigan ako from the streets dun sa kinalakihan ko na lugar. Meron siyang dynamo, improvised na machine, yung inks na ginagamit, rotring pa, tas sewing needles yung gamit. Parang naggawa rin ako ng machine ko, nainggit ako sa kanya. Then tinato ang sarili ko. Parang sabi ko, para magkaroon din ako ng tattoo, katulad ng nakita ko na banda. Gagawa ako ng sarili kong pantato at tatatoan ko yung sarili ko. Tapos nung nakita ng mga kaibigan ko, sabi, parang pwede naman magtato ah. Sabi, sige, tas yun, nagtuloy-tuloy yun, nagpagawa sila hanggang sa, yun, nakilala na ako konti. Tapos, nag-apprentice ako sa Marikina. 1 year din ako apprentice sa Bloodlines Tattoo.
He met his wife SS at Bloodlines Tattoo in Marikina, and there they made bigger plans for the future. Together, they dreamt big and they put up their own shop, which is now Get Ink Custom Tattoo. SS tells us their story.
Get Ink is originally named Skin and Ink Tattoo. Dati, talagang wala pang client base si Kenneth. Ang mga clients niya lang is yung mga office mates ko, ganun. Kasi before I worked in a call center. And yung mga clients niya, ako din yung naghahanap through Facebook. And yung page namin, yung Skin and Ink, talagang wala pang tao yun. Tapos parang ako nag-add ako ng mga tao, mga ganon, yung mga office mates ko. Tapos talagang pinopromote ko na ganito, tattoo. Pero ever since, I was the one who was like pushing him to like do good with his work. Kasi 'di ba parang yung personality niya kasi masyado siyang parang mahiyain, ganon. So ako yung medyo, huy, ganito, or pangit yan, hindi ko gusto yung ginawa mo. So na-challenge siya, parang dun nagbe-build yung confidence niya sa sarili niya, tsaka na-challenge din yung skills niya. So talagang nag-aaral siya.
Behind every great man, there is a great woman. SS and Kenneth kept on their dreams until Kenneth developed his own style, which he is known for today.
Yung style ko, siguro, sabi ko experimental pero more on new school. Kasi yung style ko kasi parang binabase ko dun sa kinalakihan ko. Una, mahilig ako sa cartoons ng bata ko. Then lumaki ako sa streets, medyo wild. Kaya siguro came up, nag-mixes, plus yung mga idol ko ngayon. So nag-collab sila lahat sa imagination ko, kaya lumabas yung sarili kong technique.
Nung medyo nakita ko na medyo ready na yung work niya, I tried to convince him to join the Red Horse Tattoo Challenge because malaking ano yun, parang stepping stone for his career. Kasi aside from being the shop manager, I'm actually his career manager. And I do the thinking, I look for the sponsors for his... And then when he won that competition, he like won 3 first place in one competition. He got noticed sa locally dito sa mga tattoo artists and stuff. And then yung pagkapanalo niya, ginamit ko yun siya na as parang stepping stone niya na ma-sponsoran siya. And Draven at that time, he wasn't, the company wasn't really interested because they were, they concentrated with bands or the local bands. And then I asked him if he's looking for a tattoo artist to sponsor, and then he had the idea na why not sponsor tattoo artist kasi related naman siya sa banda, parang ganon. And then doon na nagsimula. Siya yung first na artist na na-sponsoran ng Draven kasi hindi pa siya ganon kasikat. Pero may parang nakita ng company sa kanya na may future talaga siya sa industry.
Among his idols are Jesse Smith, Raquel Natividad, and Ricky Santa Ana. He continues to look up to them for inspiration and never gave up on tattooing.
Pagkatapos kong mag-apprentice, pagkagaling ko sa apprenticeship, naghiwalay kasi kami ng bahay sa parents ko. So nagsama na kami ng wife ko. Struggle kami from wala talaga. Then clients ko galing sa kaibigan, sa office mate ng wife ko. And then sa bahay lang nagtatato, service. 1 year din akong ganun. Tapos studies lang para ma-improve ko yung gawa ko. Para may pangarap kasi talaga ako na one day makikilala rin ako katulad ng mga idol ko.
Kenneth and SS went through all the struggles together to put up their own tattoo shop. Most people think putting up a shop is super easy, but what are the necessities before putting up your own tattoo shop?
Yung first na ginawa namin is nagpunta kami sa Santa Cruz kay Raquel to undergo training. Yun, para madagdagan yung knowledge namin. Kasi syempre, hindi pwedeng, yun na nga, it's like going to a war na you're not prepared kung wala kang training, wala kang ganon. So, nagpunta kami doon for additional like knowledge, ganon, and how to. Kasi experience na siya and you know, mas marami siyang nalalaman sa amin. So, kailangan namin ng parang additional knowledge. We also underwent DOH seminar so that we'll be aware din sa mga proper, yung safety. Kasi syempre, parang pag sasaba ka sa isang negosyo, kailangan yung nakafocus ka rin sa kliyente, di ba? Sa pag-iingat sa kliyente. Isa yun sa pinaka-importante din sa business. And then, yun, we had the business registered to the DTI, and then had the business application sa City Hall, and then the BIR, and then we pay our taxes on regularly. So we won't have any problems.
Kenneth has won multiple awards starting 2010. He and his wife SS used these as stepping stones to get sponsorships. He then became the first ever tattoo ambassador of Draven Footwear. His advice to tattoo artists who want to join competitions?
Make sure na yung piece na i-entry nyo is original artwork nyo. Wag sana silang gumawa ng tattoo na tinatunan ng idols nila or ng mga foreign artists. Kasi para rin sa atin yun, sa mga Pilipino. Kasi syempre, high-tech na ngayon. May Facebook, may Google, may internet. So kung like sa Facebook, pag nag-post ka ng artwork, mga imposibleng hindi maligaw sa wall ng mga ibang artist sa Amerika. So parang tumaas din sana yung respect sa atin ng ibang artist dun. Kasi mostly yun yung parang napapansin ng mga ibang foreign artist sa atin. Parang gawa ni recognize ka agad nila eh. So gawa sana sila ng sarili rin yung style. Then sipag lang.
Kenneth also says that for you to become a successful tattoo artist, you must first undergo apprenticeship in an established tattoo shop. He has 4 apprentices in Get Ink Custom Tattoo. One of them is Nico Samson.
Yung apprenticeship, importante siya kasi dito matanamin yung tamang proseso ng pag-setup ng gamit, yung mga needles, kailangan disposables, tips, yung mga kailangan balutan. Ang apprenticeship, maganda siyang practice kung nagsisimula ka pa lang kasi dito mga malalaman yung tamang procedure. Hindi kasi porket marunong ka ng mag-drawing or nakahawak ka ng machine, yun na yun. Kailangan matuto ka rin ng tamang sanitation para safe yung clients mo, tsaka safe ka na rin. Kung mag-apprentice kayo, hanap kayo ng tattoo shop na credible din kasi pwede kang mag-apprentice kahit sa shop naman eh, pero paano kung nag-apprentice ka sa maling tao, di mali rin yung matututunan mo. So research mo rin yung artist, tapos try mong mag-apply ng apprenticeship. Pag nakuha ka, ay swerte mo, pero pag hindi, try lang din ulit sa iba. Pero ang importante talaga, dun ka sa tamang artist na mag-apprentice.
Nico says not to be shy and approach your idol if they are open for an apprenticeship. Use the internet to your advantage and ask away. You might be surprised how approachable your idols are. But what about the clients? How do they choose the right artist for them?
Hanapin niyo yung design na gusto niyo. And then, background check. Una-una, dapat may studio siya or shop. Kasi mahirap din magpatato basta sa mga home service lang. Although, doon ako nanggaling, pero sa panahon ngayon kasi hindi na natin ma-control yung mga upcoming na tattoo artists. Pero background check lang. Then, know your designs. Hanapin mo kung sino yung the artist na para doon.
People today who don't have tattoos wonder why most people have one done. Let's ask Tong Yanko, who is a good friend of Kenneth and a tattoo collector, how he chose Kenneth as his artist and what his tattoos mean to him.
Actually, marami namang artists. Since yung first tattoo ko, siguro mga 10 taon bago ulit ako nagpa-tattoo. Nahirapan ako maghanap ng maayos na artist na, ayun, pagkakatiwalaan mo talaga. Hindi dahil sa kaibigan ko siya. Nakita ko yung progression niya from the start. Tapos hanggang sa nakita ko yung paano siya tumira ng mga pieces niya. So parang siya na yung tao na tattoo artist na pwede na ulit maglagay sa akin after 10 years. More on expression din. Kumbaga parang tapos yung love kung ano yung sa ginagawa mo, part ng buhay mo. Kasi minsan, kunyari, pag tinignan yung tattoo mo, doon na makikita kung ano yung pagkatao mo eh. So, yun, hindi mo na kailangan magsalita. Doon nakatago, di ba? Yung iba kasi nakalabas na. So, yun, mas kita mo.
Kenneth joined Dutdutan in 2012 with his Pawikan design. A lot of people think that tattoos are just art, but to Kenneth, he used his tattoos to send out a message. He was given an award in the event because of people who believed in his design. But what was the message behind it?
Kaya Pawikan kasi parang may napanood kami na sa TV na about dun sa animal na yon na ginagawang pulutan, hinahunt, and then yung shell niya binibenta. So parang ginamit ko yung tattoo para ma-aware din yung ibang tao para parang kailangan na ingatan din tong hayop na to. And then although, syempre maganda siyang piece as gawin kasi detailed, textured. Pero at the same time may message and parang makatulong din sa iba.
Kenneth's goal is to continue improving his craft and to one day become known worldwide.
Sa pagtatattoo, natuto ako makipag-usap sa tao kasi nahiya talaga ako dati. Marami rin ako natulungan tao, especially sa shop na to. Kasi ito kasing getting, hindi lang dahil sa akin to eh. Meron din akong 4 na artist dito, and then pasalamat din ako sa kanila kasi minsan may mga alam ako na hindi nila alam syempre. And then, pero mas maraming alam sila na hindi ko alam eh. So, parang sa pagtatattoo, nagkaroon ako ng mga kaibigan na pwede kong makashare ng mga knowledge. Kamit din ako ng mga okay na tao. Masasabi kong okay talaga.
Check, mic check, 1, 2. Another message from the friendly neighbor. The junkies is in the house. Daichi's in the house. Mi familia represent. Come to your world.
I am standing in the land of nowhere. No mama called, I say I'm looking for the road of Zion. I asked the king of all the kings, the only lion. You better me for my life, communication. Remember him on times of desperation. But when we're done, we're wasted, no more communication. Responsible on our own destination.
Keep us away from levels of this generation. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. You're on your way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm I climb and then I crawl. But I saw the light on motion, now they use me holding my side. Marching with sacrifice.
It ain't no easy.
Now we are walk tonight.
Illuminate me.
And soon our sun will rise. Lead into the road to Zion. Will you got my hand? Now we are stand for the promised land.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on my way to Zion. You're on your way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. I'm on my way to Zion. We're on our way to Zion. Peace and love, my brother.
It's the heat check.
Cause it's the junkies coming at ya. And it's the EGs coming at ya. Representing me, familia, live and direct.
I'm Kenneth Ibarat and you're watching Camera Geek TV.